The mini-boss. An element I believe that should be implemented into the Left 4 Dead series. We have the common infected, the average guys, uncommon infected, the cooler average guys, the special infected, a group that have superpowers, the boss infected, a scary group that have their own theme songs, and they're game changers. Turns the tide to the infected. The mini-boss will tip the scale in the infected favor, at least be capable of halting the survivor's progression or temporarily crack the survivor's unity. The mini-boss infected spawn rate is double of the boss infected spawn rate, which ranges from 0 to 2 in a chapter. A regular day of Left 4 Dead, excluding any special occasions like crescendo events and such. So it can be up to 4 or less, maybe none if you're lucky. Unless the AI director really hates you. Oh, look at that, a tank and a witch at the same time. Haha, fun times. Starting with a playable mini-boss infected, the Licker. It has a large head with a puffed up mouth, small protruding eyes, bumpy skin covered with wart-like lumps, and an abnormally long clipped tongue. The Licker tends to fold its arms and croak when a survivor is nearby. The Licker's primary attack is to launch its tongue like the smoker, but it doesn't ensnare its target. Rather, the tongue will stick to the survivor. The victim can still move, shoot, and interact. They're not pinned down, but their movements are slowed and sluggish. Also, their vision is slightly blurred. Not only that, the Licker's tongue is more flexible, durable, and shorter than the smoker's tongue. So for every second the tongue is on a target, that survivor will lose 1 HP. What? 1 HP per second? That sucks. Why would you want to play that? Well, its role isn't to inflict damage, rather to cause confusion on a particular player. The Licker's ability is quite irksome. When the target is freed from the Licker's grasp, the survivor's control will then be reversed. For every second the Licker's tongue was on that player. The moonstick button input is completely inverted. Up is down, right is left, Y is jump, A is switch weapons, X is reload, B is interact with items, R is shove, L is shoot, etc. This is caused by the effects of the fluid secreted from his tongue and skin. Therefore, shoving the Licker or being clawed by him will also result in having your controls be inverted. 3 seconds per physical touch. The Creeper, a tall skeletal pale old man with elongated limbs, gray-white hair around his balding scalp. Its primary attack is skipping around, taking high sprinting steps. The attack is seemingly continuous due to the extremely quick recharge rate. When you come in contact with a survivor, you will daze that target, creating openings, opportunities for your team to strike. When the survivor's attention are detracted from the special infected, focusing their fire on the prancing creeper. Now it's time for the unplayable mini-boss infected. Sorry, something happened to the stats card. I don't know, I accidentally deleted them. Whoops. And I don't feel like doing it again, so no worries, it'll be short. Both mini-boss infected will have 500 HP. The Widow will closely resemble the Gorgon from Evolve, at least to what's plausible in the mutation. It will randomly choose a target and perpetually expel phlegm on him. The ejected phlegm doesn't cause damage. Instead, it converts a portion of a survivor's permanent health into temporary residual health. If the survivor only has temporary health left, then the ejected phlegm will accelerate the rate of reduction of temporary health, speedily decaying your health, leading to your inevitable demise. The Jammer is a hobo that's completely coated in mucus. Yup, that's his description. Unsurprisingly, his source of attack is his mucus, a strange infected that steadily trails a few meters behind the cast of survivors. Reasons unknown. Okay, so what does he do exactly? He unknowingly envelops any nearby weapons, ammo pile, items in his mucus that's directly in his path, thus making those assets unusable and unavailable. If he gets too close to the survivors, get tickled, he will become alarmed and sprint a few meters ahead of the survivors, coating everything within his path, including the valuable weapons and items that's on the survivors too, forcing them to discard everything and go back to the basics, the pistol. Thereafter, he will repeat his stalkerish endeavor. His role is to make the survivors' resources more scarce and weaken their fortitude.